Hi everyone, this is actually my second attempt at this assembly video for the wooden stand. The first attempt went well enough, but I made some mistakes that I later undid, and instead of taking you through all of that, why don't we just do it right the first time? So I don't know if my mistakes were true mistakes. I mean, they worked out, but there's an easier way to do it, and so let's just do it that easier way. Okay, so you're going to go to your assembly 1. Okay, I've opened up assembly 2 because, as I said, I just did it. There's my final product, but I made there's some adjustments I'd like to make to the first video, and so here they are. Now, again, so you go to your assembly file, and if you don't have one, you can add it right here, create new assembly right there, bang. But what we're going to do is the first step is insert your parts. I'm going to work in sections here. I'm just going to do the base first. Okay, so I've got 2 of these base legs. I'm going to click on it and then just drag out here and click there. I'm going to do that again and put it out here. And then I've got a cross leg right there. Just drag it out here into my work plane and check. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. I'll talk about that hole in a second. You may not have that yet. Okay, I did that in the second video actually, and you'll see why. Right, but let's just let the second video speak for itself, and let's just finish up the first video. So I'm going to first of all, let's see. I think I'll look from the top, and I'm going to rotate this piece 90 degrees this way, 90. Okay, and I'm going to accept that. I'm also going to rotate it. So I'll go the other way. Let's see here. I think I'll look at the right side, and this guy has to rotate 90 degrees this way too, so the holes are facing up, right? So 90, bang, okay, and click outside to accept it. And now let's take a look again at the top. Okay, let's just move these into approximate positions, just close, right? So I'm gonna look right at it. See what's going on here. Yeah, that guy's a little bit higher, that guy's a little bit lower. But that'll go in that region, and looking from above, what do we see here? Oops, wrong way. Yeah, and so then we just have to align it on this axis a little bit. Again, just getting close. So I'm going to leave a little bit of space actually so I can get under and get to those holes easily. But I found that the easiest way, I first started by doing plane mates. And that worked pretty well, but the planes don't all line up exactly because this top plane sticks up a little bit, and this is a clearance fit, so there's a little bit of space on either side of that. So if you secure it with a plane mate to one or the other, then it's not quite centered, the holes aren't lined up. So really what I found was the best way to do this is actually the Revolute mate, right? Just line up these holes, right? So I'm going to put that hole right there. I'm going to mate it to the center of this one right there. Look at that. Perfect. Okay, it's still lit up. I can go do the other one. Backing out and going over here. I might have to move this guy a little bit. Yeah, let me turn this off for a sec to get this out of the way. So here we go. Now let's see, will I be able to get in there? I think so. Yeah, let's do the Revolute mate again. And that hole, can I see that one? Yep, there it is. To that hole. Solved. All right, that's it. Right, and you'll notice here, if we look right at the top, I can see right through those holes. And so those holes are all lined up with each other, right on top of each other, and that is, oops, this side's a little bit weird over here. Look at that. That's down below. Not quite sure what's going on there. Let's see. That was the first mate. I'm just going to redo that one. Something funky happened. All right, so I got rid of that mate and dragged that down a little bit. Try that again. All right, Revolute mate. That hole to that hole. Let's see how we did. Looks better on this side. Still looks good on the other side. You see what I mean by there's a clearance fit here? If we did a plane mate to that one, that side to that side, then you'd have not enough space on this side and too much space on that side, and the holes wouldn't be lined up. So that's, I think that Revolute mate, even though these parts don't have to revolve around each other, I think that's the answer because it lines up our holes perfectly. Now you'll see that in the second video, I created this second hole, this middle hole here. It went very quickly, and you'll see why once we get there. But it's just for placing the middle vertical support. So now that we've got the base done, let's import those 3 vertical legs and their 2 spacer blocks. So back to the insert. I think I just called them stuff just like that. Let's see here. Yeah, long vertical pieces. I need 3 of these. I'm glancing over at the object itself. Yeah, 1, 2, and 3 of these. And I need 2 short spacer blocks. Short vertical pieces? That must be it. Short vertical pieces. I need 2 of these. Short vertical pieces. Okay, so there are the pieces I need for the first, the first vertical support. Now, clearly they are not in the orientation we want them to be in, so let's quickly look right at it and choose that one, and you'll see here the translate has shown up, and we can choose that angle, drag it a little bit, and just hit 90 degrees, boom. Click outside to accept it, do the same thing to this one. If it's not oriented properly to begin with, 90. So it's vertical, outside to select, and then boom, one more time. These 3 are now all vertical, and I'm going to back out and clean up my space a little bit again. So they're going to go vertically right here, and the way that I'm going to do it is, well, quite simply, I'm going to fasten these right to this surface here, right? So let me look at the top and get things half arranged here. Boom. Maybe pull them out of the edge so you can easily get to their bottoms to do the fasten. That's coming up in the next video. But they're the vertical pieces. They're all in place and ready to be fastened. And in the next video, I'll have you draw that center hole, and then we'll place those right where they go, and we'll take it from there. Right? But there's the initial build out, sort of the first part of the build, which is the base and the vertical legs that go up. And in the next video, we'll fasten these down and start adding other pieces. Okay, talk to you guys soon.